Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Dhanam Damascha Yajñascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. So we saw this in the last session. In this session, we have other qualities. Ahimsa Satyam Tyaga Shantirapaishunam Daya Bhuteshvalo Luktvam Mardavam Hrira Chapalam. Shivani and Sarika, you have entered the right class only. For a change, we were chanting the shloka, which we rarely do. I prefer to by heart the shlokas which are. That is the reason. So these are the qualities which we are supposed to develop. Okay. So if you ask me, for those of you directly in the coaching, like Shivani, Nikhilji, Budding, Lydia, okay, then Sarika, I saw suddenly, Sarika is there. Yeah. So all of you, this strength-based coaching and all that things, no. These are the strengths. Daivi Sampat. These are the Kalyana Gunas, the auspicious things which technically should be our strengths, from which other strengths can always be derived. The strength should always be a quality than to be seen just as an aspiration. Okay, so the first itself we started that. So your non-violent communication is taken care by Ahimsa. Following the ethics and the way you keep your privacy and confidentiality is next, Satya. So always remember it's Stigler's law only. Nobody can do anything new. Whatever ABCD 26 alphabets, you'll keep writing new things only. But everything can be written only with 26 alphabets. Like that, there are some basic strands of knowledge available across globe. We need to find how we have to connect with it. There is always connect. We have to connect with that. What we can do today, I thought, is morning 5:30 session, Ushana is attending regularly. Venki is attending regularly. Today, what we did is Ganesha and Bhagavad Gita are closely connected. He is the first scribe. He was the stenographer for this entire text. Vedavyasa dictated the text to Ganesha. Ganesha took it down. But only one condition Vedavyasa imposed is, unless the verse is understood, Ganesha should not write. Because they are divine personified, right? Both of them. Vyasa is Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. And Ganesha is also an aspect. In one of his shloka also it is there. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam. So various interpretations people do, but they are divine people. So what is the key lesson here is, unless you understand something, don't write. Today we write and then understand. When you write, sometimes you can't listen. That's why understanding is missing. So the sessions are done a bit slow. So what we have to do, we have whatever, we can take it in another way. Whatever we understand, we write it down, so that you are committing to memory. So when we were children also, what they said, mathematics, write it down and see. Correct? Physics, chemistry, everything where there is a problem to be solved, you write it down and then you solve it. Whatever equations are there. Economics, accounts, everything. So the more you write, the more it will internalize. Reverse also. Internalize it, write it down. Internalize it, write it down. So this is one method to understand. Okay. Second, morning talk revolved around, all of us started this year invariably with some goals I want to achieve in 2024. This happens every year. I want to lose weight. I will get up soon. I will do this. I will do that. People will be paying X amount per hour to take coaching from us, but we know what's going on sometimes. So what happens is list down those things. So now take 2 minutes now. Whatever is in the top of your mind you thought you wish to achieve in 2024, please write it down. Next 2-3 minutes. There is no hurry. Whole life is there to complete the text. We are not going to write any exam after completing 18th chapter. Okay. And whoever behind camera want to go and pick up a notebook or want to type it in the notes of your mobile, please do it. What are all the goals which you had kept for you in 2024? One more minute. Like exam, we are not going to take your papers, okay? Take your time to. Now, those of you who have done it, so I'm sharing something from a very simple exercise I learned from Professor Michael Ray, who used to run creativity in business course in Stanford, along with Rachel Mayers. So the easiest technique they taught is this. Once you write, he says, somehow figure out 10 obstacles for each of the goals which you have set out to achieve in 2024, at least 8. Some brainstorming, something you have to do and figure out, pick up one goal today and write minimum 10 things, 8 to 10 things, which according to you is stopping you from achieving it. Like this, for every goal, you can draw it. So what professor says is, they push it to write up to 10. Morning, small video, we uploaded 5 minutes. I told 8 because always this number 8 connected with 7, 8 and all connected with Ganesha. So, okay, 10 he has told. He said, start with the last obstacle which comes to your mind, that 8th or 10th. From there, you gradually keep dealing with one thing or the other. For that, many of you are coaches, you can ask, what is that strength in you which can help you to overcome that obstacle? Very simple question, self-coaching. Does that make sense? Now, we need to know this is the day-to-day work we do. When we come back to the tradition tells Ganesha is a Vigna Karta, means he will place the obstacles, and Vigna Harta, who will help you to remove. How we understand? The one who conducts the treasure hunt only knows where the hints are placed, they only know where to go and take. And these obstacles are nothing but our own karma phala. God is not sitting there to trouble us. He is only a karma phala dhata, dispenser of the fruits of our action. He doesn't create the fruits, neither creates the actions. All we have to take in charge. So what we have to do, in case in any of the obstacle you are not able to find a headway, you need to pray and invoke Ganesha. Because that is the energy which is designated to the earth element, the base of your chakra. Mula Adhara. Mula means root, Adhara is support. So these very obstacles could basically shake you, shake your foundations. Second, there's earth element also is there. So perseverance, patience also is required. For example, there is a problem. Some problem you have to overcome. Some problems you have to undergo. Some problems you can circumvent. Some problems you can take head on. But to identify that there is a problem itself is a big challenge nowadays. No. So you ask consciously the help of Ganesha starting from today. This I am able to make headway. This I am not able to make a headway. Give me that clarity. Obviously, you can visualize big ears when listening is lot, speaking is less, and all that. And it appears that our ancient texts are saying it is only the elephant, the creature elephant in the earth, which breathes with both its nostrils. That's why it's a great yogi. Human beings can breathe at a time only in one nostril. The only being in the entire world which always breathes through its two nostrils is elephant. And when it will flow for us, only when our mind is in absolute stillness and we are really in deep meditation. So many people who are professing to be meditating, many of them are only intellectualizing. Body level also will exhibit, physiologically also you can figure out. So the balance of mind and prana will become possible when we consciously worship Ganesha. For us, understanding is important, no? And the base of everything we do in life is understanding. Okay. So you can invoke him every day for a proper memory. Sometimes during the conversation, you have to remember, you have to paraphrase, you have to do so many things. So you can invoke. Okay. So this is how you can utilize the day. And in fact, the Chaturthi is over. Now Panchami, the Divine Mother's Tithi has started already. And Ganesha and Mother are always inseparable. Even in the Tithi is like that. Okay. So this is the way we approach and study the texts and study the reason of why a particular divinity in form exists and how we can approach them. And now many of you are also, now let's come to part 2. Many of you are also there is nobody who is the first time attending person here. So you go back and see your notes and pick up one concept from Gita, one concept, one shloka or one concept or one value. In one chapter, 13th chapter, we saw 20 values, if you remember. In this chapter also, we are seeing some qualities. You can either choose one value or a shloka out of 700 and tell yourself that you are going to internalize it with the help of divine grace. So the kind of approaches and goals which you can set for yourself. Okay. So I'm going to quickly finish this. These qualities are very easy to understand. Then we will get to that meditation. Before the meditation, again, we'll go through your goals, your obstacles. In your mind, you will be going through and will be consciously seeking help today. And don't feel shy to ask help to the divine. As I keep reminding you, even your laptop or mobile, laptop at least has F1 for help. Okay. So life is so many unknown mystery. In a known keyboard itself, you need one F1 for help. So don't feel shy to surrender and ask for help. Ask, thy shall be given. Remember that. Language is different, concept is same. So here, coming back to this, Ahimsa, Satya, Akrodha. Recent post on Bhagavad Gita was about Akrodha, how to develop it. I can share it also. And then, what is Ahimsa here given? Remember, whatever we study, at least at Shrimath, we need to know it is thought, word, and action. Any quality, any concept we share, we should internalize it, thought, word, and action. In fact, one of the meaning for Arjuna is derived from Arjavam, which is straightforwardness. That straightforwardness is nothing but alignment in thought, word, and action. It is one of the qualities required for self-discovery, capital S. So, any concept we take from the Shastra, in the tradition, always understand where you are with respect to that idea in thought, word, and action. 3 levels, not only talking or not only acting. Acting means action. This word and action comes from your thought. The thought comes from your own belief and values. So you have to work in that level. Ahimsa here is trying to be non-violent in thought, word, and action. If the situation is as per dharma, we have to exercise restraint and practice ahimsa. Always ahimsa, dharma is the filter. We cannot mindlessly practice ahimsa. That is a ritualistic, I will not say ritualistic, it is an idiotic way of understanding a subject or a concept. Any concept which comes in the way of your manodharma and deha dharma has to be summarily disregarded. They are theoretical understanding. So here ahimsa, particularly for women and sometimes men of today, self-defense is also ahimsa only. That level of understanding I want you to have. Then Satya. So Satya is, Sat means that existence. So Satya means truthfulness or truth. Again, remember this truth is easiest example to understand. I'll tell again. You have chocolate at home, ice cream at home. Child is asking, you can casually say it is not there because the child is having an exam or something more important than an ice cream or chocolate. That definitely qualifies as Satya because you are exhibiting that quality for a higher good. Now I allow you to extrapolate in your situations. Don't manipulate it, but extrapolate the understanding so that you get the essence of Satya is also based on Dharma. Akrodha, here is where many of us, actually in India, almost all of us who are following Sanatana Dharma have not understood this Akrodha. We have become very docile to all nonsense also. Akrodha means unless instigated to function against dharma, you will not allow yourself to be instigated. Being a doormat is not akrodha. Krodha is anger. Akrodha is absence of anger. Let us not cheat ourselves by being a doormat and say, I am practicing akrodha. That is actually adharma. You have no right to serve as a doormat to anybody, including yourself. So first thing is, we don't need to be a people pleaser. Most people pleasers carry with lot of anger inside. Externally, they may be smiling, but internally, they're damaging their liver. It's better to become an alcoholic instead of bottling up emotion like anger, because it equally damages the liver. Because liver is the one which quickly regenerates, we don't know. So here akrodha is, theoretically, it is freedom from anger. That means many of us sometimes get angry to get things done, show anger to get things done. We have to see, is there any other way to get things done? That's a practical place to start. It could be with yourself or with others. Don't believe fake it till you make it and all that stuff is a kindergarten stuff. Don't fall for all that placebo stuff. Let's be real. So remember that. Then Tyaga. Here Tyaga is renunciation. And it is important to understand, when someone approached and asked Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, what is the essence of Gita? He said, if you keep chanting Tyagi, 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 you will chant Gita, Gita, Gita. Like Mara, 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 Valmiki chanted, he chanted Rama, Rama, Rama. So why is this important? What is that we are going to sacrifice? All the qualities which we know, which are counterproductive to being real, first we need to sacrifice. Starting with ahamkara, if the meaning is decimating or trampling somebody. We are not talking about self-esteem, that kind of a balanced living. We are talking about when we use the ego to trample somebody. You all know, mature enough to know the list which has to be sacrificed. Sacrificing a fruit and animal or doing prasad is not sacrifice. That is an external sacrifice. Sacrament is an external one. You go to some church, some denomination of church, you'll get bread and wine. That is a different sacrament. That's an external sac. Internally, what are the things we can sacrifice at the altar of the divine to elevate ourselves? Because this is a Devi Sampat. Sampat means wealth. Please understand. This wealth cannot be stolen from us. If you practice ahimsa or satya, nobody can steal that from you. But you walk with a simple gold chain, people can steal from you. Your ideas, people can steal from you. You are getting the overall view, right? So here, the Tyaga is that which is not allowing us to flower as who we are. In a nutshell, that has to be sacrificed. Then Shantihi. Shantihi means a tranquil mindset here, not just generally Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Peace is what one standard meaning. Here, the result, tranquility can result only out of peace. So one more meaning of Shanti is tranquil, being tranquil or developing tranquility. Because tranquility alone will lead to serendipity. Now comes the Shantihi Apaishunam. Shantira Paishunam. Apaishunam means we should have aversion to find fault with others. Like how Ma Sharada lived. It appears she can never find fault with anybody. Even to those who couldn't do sadhana, she will not say, why have you not done? She will say, okay, don't worry, tell yourself that you have a mother. I will do the sadhana for you. At least you told me, I will do it. So people who are in Bangalore, you can visit Ramakrishna Math. If you have not visited before, there is a rock behind Ramakrishna Math where mother sat and did meditation. They have installed a Sri Yantra there. At least once in 3-4 months, please go there. Nobody goes there. Everybody will be in the main chanting hall. So when you enter Ramakrishna Math, huge chanting hall will be there. The left side path, when you walk, there is a hillock. On the hillock, mother sat and did meditation. That exact place they have preserved. So if you are in Bangalore, please utilize such opportunities. Go there and invoke mother. Ask her to give that quality, at least 20-30 ml. Can take from her and drink and come back. Okay, apaishunam. Whenever we find fault, you are already in quality control. You cannot say, I am practicing apaishunam. Your job is to find fault. If you are in the audit, you have to find fault. So don't take any quality in absolute way. Map it. If that finding fault to satisfy your ego, then it's a problem. If the finding fault itself is your job, you cannot do anything. If you are a quantity surveyor, you are a quality person, your job itself is to do audit, you can't do anything about it. There's no fault in the person, but that is the way it is. So you have to reconcile the qualities and understand it properly. Suppose you have feedback after a conversation. You cannot say, I don't find any fault. Your coachee will fail the exam. So exercise common sense. That is our dharma. Okay. Then daya. Daya bhut. The point is here. Daya bhuteshu alolu. Daya bhuteshu. So towards all beings, please show daya. Mercy, kindness. This we already saw that not showing mercy is what is a Rakshasic quality. Because when the divine made a sound the, remember that story, the human beings understood they have to do more dana or datta. They should be more a giver. We constantly receive, receive, receive. Free means people will go there. One of my friend will say, you give kerosene free also, people will drink. So giving is more important. So datta, daya, dana. The Devas got the message, Dhamma means sense restraint. We saw that, no? Daya, the Rakshasas got the message, I need to be compassionate. So why is Bhagavan saying Daya we should have is, whenever that Asuri Sampat, the Rakshasa guna comes, the first thing we tend to be is non-compassionate. From this, we are getting the empathy kind of words. Okay. Then here, towards all entities, Bhutaha means all entities. You have to be like that. Beings, non-beings, non-living beings. So because we saw on the quantum level, there is nothing called non-living being. Everything is vibrating. The level of consciousness is the difference. But we cannot say something is living or non-living. Okay, so we have to be kind towards everything, stamping at the door, closing the door in anger, stamping at the floor, all these small things which are troubling to build an all-round personality, start being that. Then, aloluptvam, freedom from greed. Aloluptvam. Daya bhuteshvaloluptvam. It's okay, no? It's an easy word to understand. So we have to find out what is the cause of greed. What is that emptiness which is causing greed? That's the question you have to ask. Always one level below the situation, our question should be. You cannot ask why I am greedy. Why I am greedy? I am greedy. That's it. Or you will tell some story. What is making you greedy? Or how can you handle greed? Will give us the source of it. Why, if you ask, you will start to substantiate why you should be greedy, why others should be greedy. It is natural. Who is not greedy? Show me. All that nonsense will happen. But when you ask what, then you go one level below the why. And when you say how, you have an action step. Okay. Next is Mardavam. Mardavam means being as gentle, kind, soft, Mardavam. Unless we are calm, composed, grounded, and unruffled, it is very difficult to be gentle. So what can we do to develop being gentle or gentleness? Then Hrira Chapalam, Hrihi means modesty, being humble. Hrihi. Daya Bhuteshvaloluptvam Mardhavam Hrira Chapalam. Achapalam is the last word. See, for all these things, one of the easiest starting point is what is motivating me in my life? What is motivating me to do what I am doing? Give you so much inputs about yourself. See, the day when we start to give, no, because that is a human quality. Once you start giving with dharma and common sense, not mindless giving, don't believe when people say in the right hand you give, left hand shouldn't know. That means if you are not a householder, it is fine. If you are a householder, the spouse will hang you upside down. So don't do all that stuff in the name of spirituality and all that. In my mother tongue, it is said, even if you are throwing things on river, measure and throw. Because somebody may ask, what did you throw? So don't fall for the extreme. Don't be stingy and don't be over generous. Both are psychological. Don't be over generous. Don't be stingy. Be in between. So that is very, very important. The final quality is achala chala means movement, chanchal, we say. Achapalam means determination. You should be determined, being firm, not wishy-washy, not every time cat on the wall. So the subtle hint I got is don't trust your intellect too much. Seldom you will take a decision. Use intellect to arrive at a decision and just do it. This achapalam is very important. Determination. So how when we used to, sometimes I and we, I will use reciprocative. So you have to understand. We use that as, what is that one thing I have to do? Both as an excuse not to continue something or as a reason to continue something. That will give you determination. When you are doing something incorrect, you can use the formula. What is the one thing I should count so that I don't do the wrong thing? If you want to do a right thing, to develop determination is very easy. What is the one reason for which I have to do this? For both action steps, you only need one reason, and then just hang on to the reason, be determined, and go ahead and do it. Remember, however epitome of dharma Yudhishthira was, this text was not given to him. This text was revealed to Arjuna, who practiced dharma, who embodied dharma. Yudhishthira was a library of dharma. Any doubts on dharma paripalana, you can ask. Bhishma was an epitome, repository of dharma, but they didn't execute and live as per dharma. These are all very tough questions. If you get that essence, you will know. Bhishma and Yudhishthira are very, very elder to Arjuna, right? Elder to Arjuna. They know dharma. Knowing dharma is nothing. In library also, every book knows everything. Librarian knows everything. But are we able to bring that dharma into action? Arjuna was the one who was identified who can bring it to action. And why all of us are getting this knowledge? Somewhere Cosmos is believing we will put something into action. I'm not doing any inspiration TED talk and all, okay? It just occurred, I am telling you. So you have to find that one reason why you have to be an action taker. So the determination comes not only by understanding, you have to take action. All of us know we have to be determined. We have to do this, we have to do that. Okay, so this is the qualities which are there. Next week, we will see the not so good qualities also. Why he has given the list is, when a list is given, it is easy for us to identify. Suppose if I tell, get me this, get me that, what do you tell people at home? When you go to market, send me the list in WhatsApp. Correct, no? So like that, Bhagavan is giving a ready reckoner. So we don't need to worry what qualities I have to develop, what qualities I have to start to discard those things. Okay. So now what we will do is, in case any of you have anything to share, the floor is open. 2-3 minutes we can do that. Then we will get into that meditation which I was telling you. Meditation, the same thing only we are going to do. Like same thing only, no? Toothbrush, paste, soap, taking bath, the same home you go back every day. We have to get used to that sameness. Variety will confuse. Sameness will diffuse confusion and help you to go deep. So the meditation process is the same. The instructions may vary every week. Your mantra is going to be the same only. Before we get into that, if any of you would like to share, it will be good. Not necessary about this session, generally how things are with respect to your understanding of Gita, implementing. Next to Ganesha, today Shivani has taken notes. Yeah, Lydia.
Thank you, Krishna. Like that last session and this session, you put so many beside the qualities. You really are helping with a lot of questions. So that homework that you gave, it truly put me into calling for actions, and especially that you give almost like a frame for like to till December. Just try and let's do that one thing. I will not go into details of what are the steps, but I want to say I am really thankful, especially that sacrifice that you talked about today. That is so special to me that I can tell myself no into things it was hard to say no. It brings me so much happiness that I can say no to these things. In mind level, in thought level, in action level. Thank you.
In between, Sarika showed a thumbs up, I think. Now also she
Yeah.
showed.
No, I showed for Lydia's reflection. And because I had the similar thing with respect to last time's exercise of fears, with respect to the situation that is I'm going through in my life, and it helped. And in continuation with that, today the most important reminder for me was the about patience and perseverance that I should stay with while praying for Ganesha on this auspicious day. That has stayed with me today.
Okay, then we'll go into the process. Yeah. You want to get up, stretch, do, no problem. You can relax your shoulders. You can adopt the Chin Mudra or the Yoni Mudra, whichever you wish to. And the smile on your face and closed eyes. Ensure the spine is erect. And just be aware of the sounds around you. Now become aware of your breath. Let it happen on its own. You are just observing the breath. Now take your awareness to the center of the chest, where Bhagavan has assured us he is present and he is accessible through that spiritual heart. We may or may not be able to visualize, but all of us can feel the center of the chest, at least the physical body, in the physical body. Once you are comfortable, steady, and smiling, Invoke the mantra of your choice and let's just be with the mantra. Sometimes the mind could wander. Check your mudra, smile, and keep getting your mind back to your spiritual heart. Continue with the practice. Gradually conclude the practice. Thank the presence, the mantra devata. Thank your mother and father. Thank the Guru Mandala and the network of teachers. Thank your favorite deity, your Kula Devata, Ishta Devata. Thank yourself. Thank Mother Earth. Specifically, let's thank Mother Gita for helping us to explore the knowledge presented by her. Let's thank specifically Veda Vyasa and Bhagavan Ganapati, because of whom we have been fortunate to study this text. Thank the student Arjuna, and let's aspire to be Arjuna. He is responsible for bringing out the knowledge. Thank the cosmos for answering all our asked and unasked prayers. Let's do a prayer for cosmic well-being and then continue with the session. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Practice palming. Apply the warmth to your eyes. With a few blinks, look into your palms. Familiarize your eyes. So with this, we complete 2 shlokas from the 16th chapter, which the divine qualities are mentioned. Okay. And we give more, generally we give weightage to all the shlokas because they are part of the great text. These shlokas specifically start with Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. Specifically, they are starting. Some shlokas will be Sanjay Vacha and all this. This is directly coming from Bhagavan himself. Okay, then what is the meaning of Bhagavan? Bhaga means the one who possesses certain 6 qualities, which will take up some time. The reason I am telling that is, you can ask only to somebody who has, only they can give us. So Bhagavan is one who can give what we ask. So if you find any difficulty in cultivating one or more of the qualities, my suggestion would be to pick up one, everything else will start weaving around it. Be open in your prayers, ask for help to the cosmos, to Bhagavan, and you will see help coming in unexpected quarters. Okay. That's it from my side. We have 3 minutes. If any of you wish to share any parting shots, you can. And let's all wish Harsh a quick recovery. He is just underwent a small procedure, but still, for his Shraddha of Gita, he has attended today's session. So let's all, he's not also in India, I think he's living somewhere. Yeah. Good. I'm comfortable with silence. Huh? Till the Zoom checks me, I can be silent. Great. If all of you wish to be that state, it's good. So we'll hopefully catch up next week. Thank you.
Thank you.